So hello to everyone, thank you so much for joining us for part two of our coverage of this tie between two teams aspiring to make the semi-finals. As is so often the case with games at this level, things are right on the edge. The smallest of margins will be telling. The hosts have to win, having failed in their plan at least to contain their opponents during the first meeting. They will though have the backing of the crowd here at the very least. A fiery encounter is in store. Well, this really is a great venue. It adds so much character to every game it stages. So can home advantage make the difference? They've got to try and turn it round.
Well, the fact that there's only one goal in it, Peter, makes the semi-final very achievable. This is a time for calculated risk-taking. Perhaps a big effort to score an early goal, ease the pressure a little, and create a patience to rely on thereafter. I think it'll be intriguing to see how they'll set about managing this.
There's the whistle. Vallecas lost in the first leg away from home, and that means they have no option but to win. And he's there to cut it out. And he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rein it in or suffer the consequences.
Floats one over. Tries to get it clear. He's made sure that that won't get through.
Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quite high.
And what do they try to achieve?
Well, it's obviously a move to push the opposition wide men back and give them more to think about.
Oh, shooting chance! Oh, that was no routine save.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
Great leap! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Good effort, very good effort. He would have at least wanted to make the keeper work, though.
Tries to get it forward quickly. Tries to cross up to meet it. Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Here's the through ball, just the goalkeeper to beat. Has a pop! Yes, it's in! And they have an aggregate lead. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
That's always a great sight, you know, on a football pitch. Nimble-footed, showed great balance and a really cool head to finish. And that kind of dribbling is really smart.
Vallecas take the lead, landing the first significant blow in what is certainly a significant contest. He's had a goal! He's scored! And already they're looking to
as soon as they made that error in midfield, they didn't have time to react before the ball hit the net. Very much a lesson learned.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
Hoists it high. There's the end of the first half. Some first half thoughts?
Vallecas just didn't want the half-time whistle to be blown. Convincing and controlled.
Vallecas sits in pretty here at half-time. 2-0 up. That's the start of another 45 minutes. He's got options out wide. Hits one! And more, and more! And the lead is extended still further.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. It was all very well drilled.
He snaffles his third, and that earns him the match ball.
Oh, this has been an immense contribution from one player. He's been just about unplayable. The irresistible force today.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Going through. Out to the left it goes.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Oh, well defended. That had to be done.
They're actually not getting too tight, which is interesting.
No.
It's probably cautionary. Don't dive in, try to pinch it or intercept so nobody can get in behind.
Look at the defender bombing forward. And that'll go straight through to the keeper. Goes long. Played into space out wide. Cuts it out. Promising move that. Good inroads into enemy territory, but no joy. Just brushed off the ball there. Hoists it forward. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Vallecas through to the last 4. Just 2 more steps now. They have got a crack at it. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
What I most admire about this outfit is the cohesion and the willingness to work hard as a unit and getting behind the ball. Doing the ugly stuff, that's what gets you clean sheets and wins.
Madrid are in need of a minor miracle here. Having been soundly beaten in the first leg, they really are hanging on by a thread. The story couldn't be any more different for their opponents, who are brimming with confidence, full of certainty, and looking to press home their substantial advantage to secure a semi-final place, which many argue is already all but theirs. One glance and you know where we are. It is one of the most recognisable arenas for the beautiful game in the world. And boy, does it add to the occasion. So can there be sufficient reaction, a backlash against what we saw in the first leg?
Well, we've seen it all over the years, Peter, but you can never say never. What's not in doubt, however, is the need to produce one of the finest performances of recent times. If that is to unfold, then hang on here, because this could be a thriller. I think we'll know inside the first few minutes if this will take off.
And that gets things running. Madrid lost in the first leg away from home. And that's a result that's left them down and all but out in the race for the semi-finals. And the through ball is intercepted. Koku. Sergi. Koku. Reisiger tries to get it forward quickly. Gets it back. Rivaldo. Koku. Out to the right. Chooses to go back. Koku.
Well, the fact that we haven't had an attempt on goal is becoming an embarrassing reflection on these teams.
A real chance to break. Chance to break. Looks to... He's gone for it! Just too high.
Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break.
Raul. Morientes. The referee's awarded a free kick. Good turn, going for goal! Can he deliver? And the shot! And he's found the net!
Oh, what a cracking goal, but a cracking touch as well. That's what made it for me. That's brilliant play all round.
Madrid have made their breakthrough, so can they build on it? And now they can launch a counter. Luis Enrique. Kluivert! He's done very well to get to that.
Oh, that's a sparkling save, absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
Hoists it forward. And the ball is out of play. Gets it upfield. And the first half is done. And there we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight.
That's and as always in these circumstances, mistakes have played their part. So if they can reduce those errors, they may well pull through.
Madrid head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead. And we're off again. Madrid carrying a 1-goal lead. Xavi. Defence has got rid of that. Raul. It's got through. Has a pop! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
It didn't quite come off on this occasion, but it only needs a gentle tweak.
Big ball now, and it's played forward. Nicely measured pass. Koku. It's come loose. It's on a plate. Koku. Hardly anything between the sides. And the score is 1-0. Oh, surely that deserved better.
It's easy to say it, but difficult to stop it when runs in behind are being made like that.
So here comes the substitution. Xavi, played out to the right, played back in. Loose ball, who's going to get there? There's a clever pass. Hit long and direct. It's a brilliant interception.
Peter, they have to fight the onset of desperation and keep enough cool heads to still deliver.
It's on the end of it.
Madrid are actually displaying tremendous fighting spirit. There's a real belief that they can still have a say. Look, their supporters must be going balmy about this because there's no sense of purpose in what we're seeing.
It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing.
Look, with time running out, they have to get the ball in the penalty box. If it means a long punt, then so be it. They've got to give themselves a chance.
Now a chance to break. That's it. They are out. Madrid claim a hollow victory. Winners here in the second leg, but not by enough to turn the tie round, and they go out. Well, considering what happened in the first game, Jim, how do you think they've done here?
Yeah, moral victory, Peter, and nothing else. They left themselves with too much to do.
Bilbao are back, having licked their wounds, having been stung on the road in the first leg. They come back home to face the same opponents, albeit with the substantial advantage of partisan support on their own patch. The margin of defeat was relatively small, and that gives rise to the feeling that this tie is still open to them. A thought that has rubbed off on the optimistic and voluble supporters from whom we hear in every corner of the ground. One glance and you know where we are. It is one of the most recognisable arenas for the beautiful game in the world, and boy does it add to the occasion. So can home advantage make the difference? They've got to try and turn it round.
Look, ultimately, Peter, the margin is minimal, and I don't think coming home a goal down is by any means a serious cause for pessimism. And the supporters I chatted to before I got in didn't seem overly upset with the way things are. 90 minutes of pressure and persistence with a dose of precision, hopefully, and this could all become highly doable.
We're on the way. Bilbao were defeated on their travels in the first leg. That means that should they shot a goal! It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, Peter, he clearly felt he was being invited to shoot, and it wasn't the worst decision he could have made.
Silvinho. Played out to the right. Looks to drop one in. It's a brilliant interception. Silvinho. Ball's out on the left now. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. He's found his man. Oh, it's opened up nicely for him. Gets up to head it! It is deadlocked. That's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Cáceres brings it forward. He's through, now is he in? Big chance! One hits one! And that would have been some goal.
That's such a great run he made there. He got away from two defenders as well. That's wonderful play.
Silvinho, still waiting for the first goal. Forward it goes. Coached through there, played back in, done very well to intervene. Plays it out to the wing. Going through. He is not one readily to admit defeat. Don't be surprised if he tries that again. And that'll be the final action of the first half. So both sides have drawn blanks. They have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means.
Well, having lost the first leg, Peter, an early goal settler was first on the menu, but there's still time to serve up a main course here.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. We're promptly into the second 45 minutes. A tight old game so far. Can that change now? He's had a shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
They've played it short. It's a loose ball. And help's available out wide. Cleared without complication. Cáceres tries to get it forward quickly. Gets the better of his man. Oh, that's a fine challenge. Let's put a stop to that. And it's got through. And the counter is on. Now then, he's picked him out, cuts it out. Hoists it forward. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. And that's going to be a booking. Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious as to who was going to be taken off. His energy levels began to sag, and he was never going to last until the final whistle.
Massive leap! Oh, extraordinary.
Well, he did get himself into a good position, something for him to cling to. This defence is wary about opposition pace.
So they're just not getting too tight?
Yeah, they know that if they step up, their keeper could get a whole lot busier. Look, with time running out, they have to get the ball in the penalty box, and if it means a long punt, then so be it. They've got to give themselves a chance.
Now can he finish? And it's played forward. That's it. They are out. All square here, and they are gone. The first leg deficit proved not to be recoverable, and despite a better effort here, their race is run. Well, after what we saw in the first game, Jim, what are your observations now?
Yeah, they can call it a moral victory, Peter, and nothing else. They left themselves with too much...
So hello to everyone, thank you so much for joining us for part two of our coverage of this tie between two teams aspiring to make the semi-finals. As is so often the case with games at this level, things are right on the edge. The smallest of margins will be telling. The hosts have to win, having failed in their plan at least to contain their opponents during the first meeting. They will though have the backing of the crowd here at the very least. A fiery encounter is in store. One glance and you know where we are. It is one of the most recognisable arenas for the beautiful game in the world. And boy, does it add to the occasion. Beaten away from home, so they have to chase it now at home.
Well, the fact that there's only one goal in it, Peter, makes the semi-final very achievable. This is a time for calculated risk-taking. Perhaps a big effort to score an early goal, ease the pressure a little, and create a patience to rely on thereafter. I think it'll be intriguing to see how they'll set about managing this.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Throw in. Well, they are working very hard to get it wide now, Jim.
Yeah, I think they've decided to concentrate on working the flanks to help the production line. It's where the room is.
There's a long ball. Has a hit! The defence can get it clear. Tries to get it forward quickly. And it's been taken straight back. Goes for goal! And out to safety. Sousa. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. It's one! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Very speculative with little threat, if any, for the keeper.
He's left his man. Battles to win it back. It's come loose. He's there to receive it. Chance! Oh, great save, real class.
Well, as Tesco, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
Defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
You have to admire commitment like that, because he could easily ignore that and just kind of walk around and let others do all the chasing, but instead he looks as if he relishes the chance to dig in for his team here.
He's in, going for goal! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing. He's got the ball, he's got the space. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So neither team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goals.
Well, Peter, it's 45 minutes to conjure something up now. They've been better than the first leg, but the pressure is really on, and they have to answer to it.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. So we're already into the second period.
At least there's always a plus side to a scoreless half. Defences are doing what they should, and it's going to take good imagination to break the deadlock here.
And the shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
Shot a goal! Yes!
Well, that defence just wasn't expecting their midfield to mess up then, so when they did, they were caught completely cold by such a swift breakaway and such a well-worked finish too.
Valladolid take the lead, landing the first significant blow in what is certainly a significant contest. Gets away from his opponent. This could shapes to shoot! No, not quite.
Lovely control. He made it stick with an excellent touch.
Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Hoists it forward, questions were asked, but he's given the answers. Oh, well defended, that had to be done. Good offside that time. Valladolid are making a change now. Keeper sends it forward. Has he picked him out? Gets the better of his man. And the finish! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage.
The changes then in quick succession. Knocks it away. Shoots! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Look, it was achievable, Peter, but it needed his best.
And it's played forward. And he's on a charge. Well, the crowd clearly like what they just saw. Some real no-nonsense defending. Dinks one in. Good ball over the top. Has a goal! It's a goal! Right back in it. Almost no time remaining. Game still on.
And how about the timing of the pass and run? They've worked it before, and no doubt they'll work it again.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, they've given themselves a chance here, but now it's a case of getting the balance right between attack and defence, and that's not easy.
Still going. Where to next?
Yeah, it's safe to manage this to secure the win now.
We are into stoppage time. That's it. They are out. All square here, and they are gone. The first leg deficit proved not to be recoverable, and despite a better effort here, their race is run. Well, after what we saw in the first game, Jim, what are your observations now?
Well, Peter, it was always going to be an uphill struggle, and while they've restored some pride, they lost it in the first leg.
Well, welcome to you and to our coverage of semi-final day. As to be said, we have an atmosphere here that is really buzzing. Both teams terrifically well represented, fans hopeful, expectant. As well they might be, there is no shortage of belief on either side that it will be their team at the expense of the other, their team alone, which will be lifting the trophy come the final. So what a stage for the players to take to here ahead of such an important game. It is extraordinary to think we've already reached this stage, just this game, and then the final.
Well, one of the occasions of the calendar, and in an atmosphere to match. We may well see a high-octane contest where both really look to test respective defences. I sincerely hope we avoid the alternative, which is a potential game of chess. Nobody wants that. It deserves much more.
And that gets things running. Forward it goes. More than happy to take the muscular approach. What a throw in. Well, he's made sure that that won't get through. Lovely feet. Has a hit! And another time! It's in! Great reactions in front of goal. He just saw what was on.
Oh, look, there's only one player who merits all the praise for that. Not only did he finish it, but his instincts for being where he was, absolutely top-notch.
Vallecas take the early advantage. Rivaldo. That's a good ball to find him. And he's there to cut it out. Vallecas are very much in charge here, dominating possession and a goal to the good. Sergi. With a delicate ball. Gets good distance on it. Hardly anything between the sides. And the score is 1-0. It's found its going for goal! Oh, taken with style! Hot knife through butter! They have done it again!
Vallecas are really pouncing on any stray passes in midfield. We're talking seconds from interception to the back of the net. It's counter-attacking heaven.
Vallecas have a couple of goals without reply. It's 2-0.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Xavi tries to get it forward quickly. Played out to the right. Vallecas are in control here on the brink of half-time. Hoists it high. Well read, he sorted that out. Cocu. Luis Enrique. Decent looking ball. Shapes to shoot! Yes! All too easy. They are in danger of disappearing out of sight.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front. And they really commit forward in numbers too. It was all very well drilled.
And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, there's plenty that can be said about the last 45 minutes, but one thing that cannot be said is that it's dull. One-sided, yes, but packed with excitement.
This looks well and truly sewn up already, Peter, but please feel free to forget what I've just said if there's a spectacular turnaround.
Vallecas have established themselves in a position of absolute supremacy. An action-packed 45 minutes, and they have raced into a 3-goal lead. And that's the start of another 45 minutes. Luis Enrique. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
You have to admire commitment like that because he could easily ignore that and just kind of walk around and let others do all the chasing, but instead he looks as if he relishes the chance to dig in for his team here.
Towering header! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Raysica. Xavi. Cocu. 3-0 the score, and very little to suggest that much is going to change. He's got away.
This defence is wary about opposition pace.
So they're just not getting too tight.
Yeah, they know that if they step up, their keeper could get a whole lot busier.
Vallecas have it back and they can go again. Cleared away. Sergi. Raysica. Luis Enrique. It's being played forward. Well played, he saw that coming. So who's he picking out? Oh, real chance! Has a go! And he should have made it 4.
Well, Peter, I would say it was worth a try.
Well, checks on the touchline, a change about to occur.
Yeah, it's about time I think we saw some activity from the bench, but it's debatable as to what level of impact can be made from here. It's pretty late.
And that has been clubbed away. Breaks on here, and it's played forward, and he's surging through. Here it is now, surely! Danger averted for now. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Chip through. It's a brilliant interception. And that is that. Vallecas, the win they wanted, a home win that sets them nicely for an away leg whose test will be altogether sterner. What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Vallecas can certainly give themselves a pat on the back for a job well done. They have a togetherness that makes them very hard to beat.
Well, welcome to you and to our coverage of semi-final day. As to be said, we have an atmosphere here that is really buzzing. Both teams terrifically well represented, fans hopeful, expectant. As well they might be, there is no shortage of belief on either side that it will be their team at the expense of the other, their team alone, which will be lifting the trophy come the final. Certainly this is a very, very impressive venue, quite a sight to behold. So it's a straight shootout for the final, that's what we're going to see. There's nowhere, Jim, you would rather be.
Well, one of the occasions of the calendar, and in an atmosphere to match. We may well see a high-octane contest where both really look to test respective defences. I sincerely hope we avoid the alternative, which is a potential game of chess. Nobody wants that. It deserves much more.
There's the whistle, and here we go. Tries to get it forward quickly. Hoists it forward. A real chance to break. Tries to locate someone up front. And that's put paid to a promising move. And that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Shooting chance! That has certainly tested the keeper.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
It's got through, shoots! Here's the ball in. And that's out of reach. Vigo yet to have a shot on target. And the finish! Gets good distance on it. And that's been won straight back. He's had a shot! Oh, that's a fine save!
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage.
Oh, they've seen lots of the ball. Time to go for it a bit of creativity and adventure. Floats one over. Cleared away. Well, he acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Look, he's offering an apology to his teammate, who's clearly miffed at not being picked out despite making what looked like the right run.
It's one! Good stop, that wasn't easy.
Well, what can I say? Truly wonderful goalkeeping.
Great leap! And that's caused a worry or two.
Good effort, very good effort. He would have at least wanted to make the keeper work, though.
Seems now to be all about width.
Well, when you have the personnel to create in wide areas, then they need to see as much of the ball as possible.
That's a decent ball. Face to face with it. Has a hit! Goal! With half-time at hand. Perfect timing.
Looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
So we have our breakthrough.
Yeah, and they know there's plenty of work left in this one, Peter, before they can actually say that the job is over.
And the whistle goes for half-time. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football that still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
Well, they showed glimpses of some wonderful football to go in with the lead at half-time, and that's definitely pleased the fans. I think they'll be looking to keep this intensity up now in the second half.
Vigo come in, having established that lead, a game where the narrative is, at least in terms of the scoreline, so far so good. That's the start of another 45 minutes. Vigo carrying a one-goal lead. Luis Garcia. He goes long. That has put a stop to that. Team still separated by the game's only goal. Well played, he saw that coming. Gets it upfield. Well, the pressure is relentless. It's a very, very high press.
Yeah, because it's all about winning the ball back at the earliest opportunity, a trigger by one player for the others to follow, and designed to force opposition mistakes.
Gets it back. that a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. And he is going into that little black book. Goes for goal! And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. Oh, that's a waste. Valladolid have turned to their bench, and we're going to have a substitution.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious as to who was going to be taken off. His energy levels began to sag, and he was never going to last until the final whistle.
Goes to finish! Oh, that could cost them.
That was extremely good focus from the keeper, and it could turn out to be quite a significant moment.
Tries to dink it in.
Vigo are looking to make this one safe. They want to reduce the risk.
It's a fine run, and he's happy to keep going.
Valladolid need to give it everything they have, kitchen sink included.
Out to the right. Gets it back. And that is that. So home advantage told. They have the win they wanted and have a useful lead to carry away with them into the second leg. And after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, a result which owed much to grind and graft, Peter. Not the prettiest of wins, but a very professional performance, I would say. And the clean sheet, of course, is always...
Well, a very warm welcome to you as you join us for the second part of this semi-final, where the fortunes of the two sides are separated as we go into the game by quite a sizable margin, following an exciting but rather one-sided first leg encounter. There is a lack of hope and expectation inside the stadium from those who feel that this might be one step too far. But we, along with neutrals everywhere, hope it will remain a competitive and exciting tie. Unmistakably, this is the Camp Nou, staging a game in the way only the Camp Nou can. So 90 minutes to try and overturn this deficit. but it is a telling deficit, and it seems improbable.
Yeah, their prospects aren't great, but if they are to go out, then it can be done in a certain way. I think they have to be true to themselves and their support by going out with the right application and spirit. Feeling sorry for themselves won't work. They can't go out with a resigned feel.
And we're underway. Barcelona defeated on their travels in the first leg. And that's a result that makes... Oh, it's gone in!
Oh, it's an unusual turn of events, and it was an honest attempt to help out, and I suppose it can happen to anyone.
Barcelona got some help from Lady Luck there. They all count.
Well, you can't ask for much better than that, Peter. Bang, bang, two in double quick time.
Gorgeous control there. Oh, shooting chance! Forward it goes. And now they can launch a counter. Chip through. Gets into some space. Gets away from his opponent. And he's there to cut it out. Looking to break out here. Gets it back.
Vallecas have pushed both fullbacks into quite advanced positions here.
Yeah, that's interesting. So what are they attempting to do?
Well, it's a bold attempt, in my opinion, to occupy the opposition in a way they're not expecting.
He's got through. Well played, he saw that coming. Barcelona scored early, of course, and it's 1-0. Tries to get it forward quickly. Rivaldo. Has a goal! Oh, shame, that was nicely worked.
It's easy to say it, but difficult to stop it when runs in behind are being made like that.
Hoists it forward. Some good work on the right flank. Now, what's next? And it's played forward. He gets past his man. It's a brilliant interception. Rivaldo. Hoists it forward. And it's played forward. It's come loose. Whipped in. That intervention was very necessary. And the semi-final reaches halfway. And there we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight.
I really did think they'd had it. Who knows what the next 45 minutes can produce. I love surprises.
Huge game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. So we're already into the second period. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Out to the right. Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. It's good intervention. Things could have got far worse than that. Tries to get it forward quickly. Gets his foot in there. Kluivert. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Forward it goes. Across the field it goes. Battles to win it back. Chance to break. Xavi. That's a promising ball. Now can he going for goal? He scored! And with that goal comes comfort.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. It was all very well drilled.
Two changes being made right now. This is threatening to become a really good game.
Listen, goals change games, and that has changed the whole complexion of this one. They have the momentum now.
Going through. He's gone for it! Shoots! And it's there! Parity restored, and the whole thing shifts once more. He was so alert to the possibilities there. Great stuff.
Oh, players like this fella almost have a sixth sense to get themselves in such great poaching positions. How quick-minded was that?
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
He's gone for it! That is a class save. He had to be at his best.
Oh, I'm not sure what he had in mind, and I don't think he knew either.
They've played it short. Good challenge. He just stood firm.
Vallecas merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
It's one! He's kept it out just.
Look, there are some very good headers of a ball in this team now, and they'll be demanding the right delivery to give them a chance to go at this.
It's one! And he should have made it four. Up to meet it! Outstanding save to keep that out. .90 up, and we will be back for extra time.
Well, I don't think either manager can have any complaints, really, because nobody quite pushed for the winning goal, and it always lacked that spark.
So all square, we need a winner, and we will be back for extra time. So our quest to find the winner continues. Barcelona displayed great resilience to find the late equaliser that's got them here. Now can they go one better? Tries to get it forward quickly. Loses his balance and loses the ball. And that'll go straight through to the keeper. Vallecas get it back again. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. Ball's come loose and the chase is on. And that's it for the first half of extra time.
Well, it may well be a case of he's got most to give now. Fitness levels look good, and it's not any less competitive.
And so the last chance to find a winner. They have played themselves to a near standstill. What is left in the tank now? Plays it out to the flank. He's in space and looking for options. And he's cut it out.
Well, to be honest, I think they're all show and no substance. Where's the final product?
Looks to thread it through.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Hoists it forward. Still inseparable. We have penalties.
I can only applaud the sheer doggedness and tenacity on show in watching both teams refusing to lose. I mean, they both ran their socks off.
20 minutes of action have taken their toll, but have proved inconclusive, and now this is it. Right on the edge. Feel the moment. So he walks up to the spot and puts the ball down. It is so important to score the first one. And the keeper's come up trumps.
Well, that's great concentration from the keeper and a wonderful save.
Oh, good take. Keeper committed himself.
Yeah, it's a guessing game for the keeper, and he guessed wrong.
Barcelona trailing by 1.
Well, he strolled up and struck that with great confidence. That's a superb spot kick.
So, the second man in line.
Good penalty, completely wrong-footed the keeper.
From one behind.
He was always looking good there. Nice penalty.
The third man in the queue. Oh, what a save!
Well, the keeper's done brilliantly to keep his eye on the ball and make such a great save.
He steps up to take the fourth penalty. Saved! Keeper's done brilliantly.
That's a lovely stop from the keeper. He's done his teammates proud with that one.
Good penalty, just steered it the other way.
Yeah, made his mind up very quickly and just didn't waver.
Barcelona must score to keep their hopes alive. No! Saved it! And their fate is Incredibly tough on the players amid much mutual comforting and consoling. For the vanquished, it is very much the end of the line. What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Look, this is so tough to have to handle because they poured their heart and soul into getting this far, only to succumb. Semi-finals can be so cruel, and I think this is going to stand an example.
Valladolid have returned home a defeated side after the first leg of this semi-final, only to face the same opponents again under very different circumstances now. They've had time to lick their wounds, and they now have the backing of just about everyone in the ground. The overriding question amongst the away contingent was whether their team had done enough to make this tie safe. On scoreline alone, you've got to doubt that. It's close. This place simply a monument to the game. So much prestige, so much pride, so much passion whenever football is played here. Well, the hosts have it all to do if they are to turn this round with the help of their loyal support.
Well, if you have to produce a big result, and by that I mean one of real importance, doing it on your own patch, in front of your own crowd, is the preferred choice. The performance plays number two to the result, Peter. At times like this, you don't really care how you win, just get it done.
There's the whistle. Valladolid lost in the first leg away from home. And the shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
I think he still deserves full marks for making his way through. It was a cracking run.
Forward it goes. Silvino. Kings it out wide. It's a brilliant interception. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Ball's loose, who's getting there? Hoists it forward. First quarter of an hour gone. Neither side yet able to find the net. Tried to play it through.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Caceres. Well, to step in there, that was more than necessary. Breaks on here. Gets wrestled off the ball.
Peter, we can only applaud that quality of tackle in the circumstances. It was probably goal-saving.
Battles to win it back. There will be a throw-in. Beautifully done. Regardless of the outcome, it is good to see someone running at the defence like that. He gets past his man. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And he's there to clear it. He's had a shot!
Well, to put it this way, he's probably made better decisions.
And the semi-final reaches halfway. So neither team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goalless.
Well, having lost the first leg, Peter, an early goal settler was first on the menu, but there's still time to serve up the main course here.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. And the game has already resumed here.
Well, the first half didn't really produce the goals we'd have liked. Hopefully they've been saved for the second, for that to be the...
He's had a go! A perfect move and a perfect ending. That is a gem! An absolute gem! And the second half is off to a flyer. That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish.
Well, most of those go high and wide because of their difficulty. He made it look like he does it every day.
Vigo take the lead, landing the first significant blow in what is certainly a significant contest. Crunching tackle. The defence got the better of him this time, but I'm sure he'll go again. And that'll go straight through to the keeper. It's a loose ball. Has a goal! Oh, that's a terrific save from the keeper.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
Good challenge, he just stood firm. Timely intervention. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Goes to finish! You can get that clear. Looking to break out here. Cuts it out. Ball needed to be better there. It's a wasted chance. So not long left in this now. They have 1 foot in the final. Well read, he sorted that out. Just 5 minutes remaining now. Tries to stroke it through. He's left his man. Shot a goal! It's in! We thought it was over. It's all square once more.
Oh, it's a keeper's nightmare, Peter. He just couldn't pick up on it until it was way too late, having so many bodies in front of him.
Time for a change in personnel.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious as to who was going to be taken off. His energy levels began to sag, and he was never going to last until the final whistle.
Valladolid give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish. Plays it over to the other flank. That's it! They are out! Valladolid are out. All square here, but that's not enough. Damage done in the first leg, And they're done for. Well, given the outcome of the first game, Jim, what are you thinking now?
Well, Peter, it was always going to be an uphill struggle, and while they've restored some pride, they lost it in the first leg.
So here we go, the final act in what has been a competition that has entranced us throughout, never short on drama or emotion or talking points. This year's edition certainly does more than hold up to its predecessors. It seems this is the game in which everybody is keen to play a part. The stands are washed with colour, proud renditions of their songs from either end. It really does have all the ingredients of a top final. Well, here is a ground that requires no formal introduction. One of the truly iconic venues of our sport. The place where dreams are made. It is, of course, Old Trafford, Manchester. Both teams, Jim, eyeing the ultimate prize here. Unerring focus and determination in all of those eyes.
Yes, Peter, I've been a winning finalist and I've been a losing finalist, and I don't need to tell anyone what I preferred. Winning will help fans remember you for a long time, so I sincerely wish both teams well and hope that all the players can give a good account of themselves, and you've heard it before, may the best team do it.
And we're on the way.
As with a lot of finals, caution plays a big part in the opening stages, but an early goal can blow all that away, so I hope that we can create an attacking contest here, which obviously we want for this showpiece.
Hoists it forward. It into the middle. Well read, he sorted that out.
It can only get better, this. We haven't seen a shot yet, and I'm hoping that when we do, it'll spark a whole series of them, because it needs livening up.
Caceres. Just brushed off the ball there. Shapes to shoot!
Oh, it's die-hard defence, and the willingness to put his body on the line. Very impressive.
Loses his balance and loses the ball. Vigo have a free kick. And he's going to have his name taken. Still, rather frustratingly, it is 0-0. He gets past his man. Great leap! Oh, just couldn't turn it in.
I have to commend the wing play, but I have to condemn the defending. They've got to stop the cross.
Whistle's gone, and we've reached the halfway point of the final. So both sides have drawn blanks. They have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. That first 45 minutes of the final, Jim. How's it looking for you?
Look, this is classic final tension and nerves. It's still got time to go from tentative to thrilling, I hope.
After 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time. Already up and running for the second half.
At least there's always a plus side to a scoreless half. Defences are doing what they should, and it's going to take good imagination to break the deadlock here.
It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Some good work on the right flank. Now, what's next? Played into space out wide. And the finish! Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage.
And it's played forward. Can he find a finish now? Oh, shooting chance! No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Good running with the ball. Can they build on it? It's a decent ball. Big chance! What goes for goal? Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited, and they need filling, and fast.
He's pulled off a fine save.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
Oh, well intercepted. Really alert to the danger.
Vigo showing a good level of intensity at this stage. They're calling on all their resources now.
That's the through ball.
Vallecas merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
Silvino. Forward it goes. Has a pop! Oh, that is an awful miss. So here comes the substitution. Well, the referee's seen the board and he's going to allow a double change to go ahead now. Nothing to separate them. We have extra time.
Yeah, neither side has anything to show for some splendid effort, and they certainly aren't showing any signs of easing off, so we remain optimistic.
Well, 90 minutes couldn't produce a winner, and we have extra time. We're on the way. Done very well to intervene. Caceres. It's all a little short of forward momentum, lacking thrust. Tries to get it forward quickly. Oh, what a ball! Abdullawi! Good stop, that wasn't easy.
Well, what can I say? Truly wonderful goalkeeping.
Keeper's ball. Silvinho. Plays a clever pass. That intervention was very necessary. Up to meet it! And with that, we've reached the halfway point of extra time.
Well, I think for both sets of players now, fatigue becomes your biggest opponent. You know, when the body gets tired, the mind usually goes with it. Concentration levels are difficult to manage now.
The whistle goes, we're off and running. The last 15 minutes, the closing stretch of a marathon final. Hoists it forward. Loose ball, who's going to get there? Well, that's surely a foul, free kick. He's having a go. In for the follow-up. Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
The last moments of the cup final, and we still don't know. This is gripping. And he's there to cut it out. Defending of the desperate variety. Goes down, but nothing given.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Real chance! And that is it. Time for no more.
Both sets of players have run themselves into the ground here, Peter. And as extra times go, I think I'll remember this for a while.
Well, after 2 long hours, it comes down to nerve, to technique under pressure, to penalties. So, the final act of the final. So, the first penalty. keeper's done brilliantly.
He's so focused there. Fantastic save.
Keeper's gone the wrong way.
Yeah, it's a guessing game for the keeper, and he guessed wrong.
Vallecas from one behind.
Well, he strolled up and struck that with great confidence. That's a superb spot kick.
So, the second man in line.
I thought he did really well to hold his nerve then and score that penalty.
From one behind.
Yeah, made his mind up very quickly and just didn't waver.
The third man in the queue. Oh, he cannot score.
Oh, we're talking inches. Such are the fine margins.
He steps up to take the fourth penalty.
Oh, that was a great strike. He just gave the keeper absolutely no chance.
He steps up to take the fourth penalty. Great stop, keeper's denied him.
Oh, that's a super save from the keeper.
A huge spot kick here. He's buried it, and he's won it. Vallecas have done it here. Winners of the Konami Cup. A massive moment in their lives. So onto centre stage come the central characters, the individuals who, as a team, blended into champions, and this is their moment.